hi! That actually did work. The switchover didn't look like it was going to work, but here we are. I thought I still had time and had to switch it over manually. Okay, welcome. Hi, everyone. I thought this would be smoother. Today we have a special one. So we've got a 3D scanner from Scantech. As you can see, it says so on the box, so it must be true. So this thing is a bit of a special story as to how I have it, and well, not as to how I have it. You know, review samples, disclosure, Scantech sent this to me. I do not get to keep it. I do have to send it back. No money changed hands, the usual. But we started talking, or Scantech reached out late last year, and stuff got stuff got delayed, and then I had the studio move. So this was something that was planned for I don't know, half a year already to unbox. But yeah, I had a look at channel analytics, and as it turns out, YouTube doesn't actually like me doing like pro level stuff that not everyone's interested in. So that's satisfying. So this thing is mostly the reason why I've moved all the live streams over to this channel, simply because, well, YouTube doesn't let you do that. YouTube doesn't want you to have a channel that has topics that not everyone might care about. So this is one that I am interested in because it's a, I don't want to say like pro level, but it is, I mean, it is a pro level tool, right? So this is a 3D scanner, a handheld full color 3D scanner. Oh, there's another one on here. Let's get this off. This is a demo unit, so I don't know what they do once I send it back, but hey, I guess I can at least peel these. So this is 5,000 euros for the Scantech iReal 2E. It is a handheld, full color, large scale 3D printer structured light scanner. 3D printer. It's a large scale 3D scanner. So one of their demo use cases is actually scanning a car, and I think, I mean, if you look over that way, there might be, oh, nope, zoom out. That's a gate, and that might just be enough space to pull my car into the studio. So we'll see. Maybe I'll pull the car in. I'm seriously considering that. Yeah, so let's get to the main show. I've already taken it out of the box with a thumbnail. Martin Cook, really interested in the pro stuff. Yeah, thank you. You're the minority though. So that's why this second channel exists, for the funkier stuff that not everyone cares about. So there it is. That's the thing. That's the scanner. Looks a bit like I don't know. And it's handheld. It fits well in the hand too. So this is the main story. We'll get to that in a second. Let's check out what we get as far as accessories go. So we get some people might call this an egg bag, but that's like an ostrich egg bag. You get 2 USB drives, which is interesting. I don't know if one of these is a licensed dongle or something, but you get, let me show you. So you get 2 drives. One of them is a clearly labeled Kingston 32 gig flash drive, and the other one is something taped over, made in China, SK01IU. So Thales, Thales. I don't know what this is. I have a feeling it might be a licensed dongle. So we'll figure that out. Also in the box, you get some markers, some scanning markers. So my reference scanner actually is over here in the corner, is the Einscan SE. Let me bring that over here real quick, just to give you guys a refresher. So this thing is what I'm basing everything off of. So Einscan SE, they sent me this thing many years ago. I think this is like a 4-year-old product by now. And it's not very fast, but it does scan with a reasonably high level of detail. So they've got the Einscan SE and the Einscan SP. The SP they also sent to me, and I had to send that back, but I got to keep the SE. That does some really great scans, but it is really sensitive to ambient light. It is really sensitive to reflective surfaces, hence the glossy skull piggy bank over here. And yeah, just, it's a static scanner. You cannot move it around your object. So that one doesn't do markers, the SP does. The Scantech iReal 2E does do markers, and these are some special ones. These are markers that have a what looks like a retro-reflective center marking. So this isn't the white on the inside. It's more like a gray I don't know, can I bounce the light into that? I don't think I can. But that looks like it's a reflective material. And that is because this is a scanner that has lights built in. So this is a structured light scanner. But it is not just structured light. So structured light, basically you project out a strip pattern and do that at different widths. That's at least what the unscan does. And by how much each of those intersections between the light and dark lines or areas shifts from perspective between where you're emitting the pattern and where you're scanning it. And I assume this right here is actually a pattern projector, kind of like what Face ID does in iPhones, if you've ever seen that point grid. I think this is a very similar setup in here. And then depending on how far you offset the camera, you get a different shift in how those light-dark areas behave. Or, well, yeah. Those get distorted by perspective, basically. So, interestingly, we have 3 cameras in here. So, what does it say? iReal. One camera up top that has a these lenses look like they're sort of standard M12 like little security camera or Raspberry Pi cam lenses. They look about that size. So one up top that has 3 white LEDs and 3 what looks like infrared LEDs. These do not project out a pattern or anything. These just project out light because this does produce a real color scan. And then at the bottom we have another one that has 3 white and 3 what looks like infrared LEDs, and another camera that has just white LEDs. So that should be plenty of image capturing power to, just to do photogrammetry basically, to have, plenty of cameras that can calculate a 3D geometry by seeing, as you move it around, where those individual features get tracked to or get moved to. But of course we also have, I assume this is a projector here that projects a pattern onto your object. So one of the demo cases they do show is scanning a car. So like I said, maybe if I still have the energy at the end of the day, we might try that. But yeah, just to give you a reference, what they're saying, how much this thing processes as far as geometry goes is 1.5 million dots per second. So every second you run this, it creates 1.5 million extra geometry points. So about, I assume that is then 500,000 dots per camera per second. So that's going to make for some insane amount of geometry, and I hope my little laptop's going to be able to run it. This is an i5. If it doesn't keep up, we're going to have to go to the streaming machine. So I don't know if the stream's going to be too happy about that. But we'll see. We'll see. As always, I'm not. Okay. So there's more documentation in here. Master plate. Ooh, what are you? As always, I'm not terribly well prepared. I am prepared. I do roughly know what I'm getting into, but yeah. Deliver receipt. So you get the scanner, you get the master plate. So I guess this is a. What are you? It's like a little hinged wooden box. Is that like a calibration plate in here or something? We're going to have to figure that out. Andrew, yes, the scanner is wired during use, so it's not a battery-powered device. I guess it could be. Oh, this is getting caught on the wrap here. Yeah, so this is the cable that you're going to use to hook it up to your computer. So you've got USB on one side. I guess there's a USB-C, well, USB-C, USB 3.0 Type B in here. And I guess there's also, yeah, there's a power input here as well. So this is, I mean, it looks like it's a 5-meter cable or something at least. Plenty of cable length, definitely. What are you? Master plate, upwards, keep horizontal, keep away from heat, do not touch markers, handle with care, keep dry. Do not alter and tear up. Ah, it's a calibration plate, okay. So, oh, it doesn't come out, okay. All right, so that's an interesting print because the lines aren't straight and the print isn't too centered. But it's the same sort of retro-reflective material in each of these dots as in the individual markers. These are 2000 markers that they're including. And it's like, oh, these are actually stuck on it, it feels like. Interesting. So this is basically, I assume, something that you point the scanner at and it calibrates size and it calibrates size and alignment between the cameras initially, I would assume. No idea, haven't used it. But you get that and you also get a gray card as, I assume this is intentionally gray. This looks like a middle gray to calibrate the visible light cameras. Interesting. Master plate. Okay. And then that's it in the case. Yeah, of course you do also get the case itself. So this is a full-on Peli case or Peli case style box that you get. Is there a vent in here? Yeah, there is the vent. Okay. Service hotline. Please use original accessories from the manufacturer. So full-on travel case. For shipping, this was boxed in another layer of foam. So really well protected. This feels like it could take a beating, but definitely well packaged. Don't touch markers and keep the plate dry. Well, I was just trying to feel what they are. It's like, don't contaminate them, right? Don't get your greasy fingers over them. And my fingers aren't that greasy, as you no doubt will have seen if you've ever seen close-ups of my fingers. They look horrible. So, delivery receipt. K-probe, one set of K-probe. What is K-probe? K-probe clamp. Do we have a K-probe? I don't know what the K-probe is. But let's see what else we get. So Scantech did offer a training session with the scanner. I was like, well, I would rather figure it out by myself. I don't think training sessions are included with just regular purchases, and as always, I want as close to the retail experience as possible. That's another delivery receipt. Product certificate, okay. QC pass, that's printed on there. Warranty card, so purchased or manufactured 2021 12/10. So is that October 12th or December 10th? I don't know. Master plate, dongle, cable power adapter cord. Okay, no manual. So let's see if we get a manual on the USB drive. Let's see what we get. I hope there's like software and stuff on here. Oh, hi there, Prusha. That's going to be the next video. Kingston. Operation training materials iReal set. Okay, that looks like internal data. Installer, that's another internal file. Quick guide. Yeah, that's what we want. Software and hardware installation. Plug it into USB 3.0 of the we do have a. Oh, these are both USB 3.0. That's good. Okay. Was getting a bit worried. This laptop has two USB 3.0 ports, so we're good. Set up the computer according to training guide. Copy the software package and double-click the software to install it. Take the dongle out of device plugs, plug it into the computer USB port, double-click the scan software and start calibrating. Okay, so the dongle, as I guess correctly assumed, this is a licensed dongle. So you are going to need to keep this plugged into your computer while you use the scanner, while the software runs. I'm out of USB ports though. I do need the mouse plugged in. So I think I have a USB hub somewhere, or this is going to be really painful to use. There we go. Okay, I just hope this hub works. So this is a USB-C to, is that also super speed? I don't know. Okay, I hope this works. I hope that works. So we've got a USB hub that we can use just for the dongle to use the one USB-C port on this machine. So that goes in here, then installer. Waterproof box. Yeah, these boxes are in fact waterproof. That is true. Color camera, black and white, black and white. Ah, okay. Interesting. It looks like they changed the LED pattern from when they made this manual to when they actually shipped the machine. So it looks like this is an earlier, I assume, unit that has 4 LEDs on it. And 4 LEDs on each of the cameras, while this one has 6 LEDs on each of the cameras and only white ones on the color camera. Okay. So, okay, that also means that this camera is the only one that sees color and is responsible for collecting color data. And this one, I guess, doesn't have the infrared filter like this one that sees the, what they're calling the manual here, the light from the light source module, so from the structured light projection. Oh yeah, and then on the back, didn't show you that yet, on the back you have this thing, which I was wondering what that was. But according to the manual, that is a smart indicator. So too far away, too close, not stitchable. Okay, so if you lose alignment, then it's going to turn yellow. And then you have a power socket. That's a locking connector. And then you have the USB 3 Type B socket back there. Right, and it looks like this is like a place for another branding sticker or something. Because I don't think that's like where my thumb's supposed to be. That's an interesting spot. Like I said, this is robust, don't worry about it. Terms and conditions, the plate is fragile, yes. Suitable for scanning objects over 50 centimeters. So they're explicitly saying you cannot not scan stuff under 50 centimeters is at 50 centimeters of distance. Well, we're going to try anyways. I've got some small samples that we're going to try. Do not use with other scanners. Yeah, so the way that I know the iScan works is it shows up as a literal webcam device. So that might confuse how these are showing up. I don't know if these show up as webcams or whether they're using some proprietary interface. Okay, and this is human hair, human body, colorful item, free setting. So that's all software instructions. Let's just give the software a shot and see where it takes us. So we get iReal 3D v3.0.0. How large are you? 650 megabytes. Oh, okay. Unknown publisher. Yeah, sure. English, United States. Yes. Oh no. Oh no, this might be a bit of a problem. So this is an 8 gig machine, but it's got some shared memory with the integrated GPU. Okay, I guess I'm installing this on my streaming computer. Huh. Okay, I hope this software is all right. It should be okay. Yeah, 3D Musketeers. It just it refuses. So not much I can do there. So hold on. So you go out of here. Gonna have to reconfigure just a bit here. How much RAM do I have in this guy? 32 gig. Okay, that should be enough. Is there anything I cannot show on here? No, we're good. So I'm just going to trust iReal that they're not sending out fishy software. And our screen cap. Does that work? That doesn't work. Why does that not work? That should work. There we go. Okay. That's my streaming setup. Hi. Okay. Kingston, iReal. So this system is a, where we at? Threadripper 1900, 8 core, has 32 gigs of RAM and 1070 Ti. So it should be plenty powerful. But if the stream bogs down, then yeah, we'll know that this is kind of overloading the system here a bit. Should be able to handle it though. Installing prerequisite software. Well, I'm gonna have to grab my OBS and drag it over onto one of the extra screens. Otherwise, I won't really see what I'm doing. Yes, that works. Am I showing anything that I shouldn't be showing here? Nah, this is all okay. Extracting from archive. Wow, this is quite the installer. So this computer does have plenty of USB 3.0 ports, so we don't have to mess around with hubs and stuff. That tea is still hot. Honeybush, still good stuff. And I guess I could zoom you guys in just a bit so you can see my beautiful face a bit better. I know that's exactly what you want to see on these streams. Come on, what are you doing? Okay, who's knocking? Somebody's knocking. Okay, unexpected guest. I had to tell him it's a bit of a bad time right now for chat. Okay, installing prerequisite. Come on, install, do it. I did install something, I saw it. Does this have right click? Yeah, you can hide the desktop icons, you can do that. Though this isn't Windows 11 on this one. This is still Windows 10 because Windows 11 isn't supported on the 1900X. So yeah, scan redo. Can we finish? There we go. Okay, just have to click it about a dozen times. All right. Why are you? Oh yeah, because we've got OBS running. So where is our iReal software? Yes. And I assume it's going to tell us what we need to plug in. No, it doesn't. Okay, device disconnected. So let's go ahead and start connecting stuff. Three Musketeers retail on this is about 5 grand, so 5,000 euros for this unit. Really, it's just the scanner plus software. Power supply, oh, it's a Meanwell power supply. 90 watts, 24 volts. So you pay mostly for engineering, basically. The scanner itself, I don't think the hardware is 5,000 euros. I don't think the hardware is worth that much. But yeah, you're paying for the package. So cable seems to be about 4 meters actually, which is a bit too short to scan a car. Because the computer is over here and I would be able to drive in over here, and that is 4 meters by itself. So too bad we're not going to be able to do that. Interesting 3D Musketeers. So one of the folks wrote in chat before the stream started, was like, oh, this is so expensive. I'm going to stick with, I think, not Arctic, you're writing Arctic. RevoPop Mini. Yeah, that's the other machine that's been brought up. But, you know, 5K for this scanner, I think if it delivers on what they're saying it does, then that is a really good deal. Okay, so that just clicks in. That just clicks in for the power connector. And then you pull it back and it unsnaps. That's a really nice, robust connector. And yeah, one thing I'm just noticing is because the USB, okay, let's move you guys back here. Because the USB Type-C doesn't have any blocking feature, I mean, you could just pull it out. Did I say USB-C again? Yeah, it's USB Type-B. It doesn't have a locking feature. You can always just pull it out. It looks like the cable is actually just a bit longer on the USB side. So it uses the power cord side to push in that USB cord. Or that USB plug. Nice. Move the PC if you're already driving into your shop with the car. Here's the thing. Driving into the shop with the car is like I open up the gate and I drive in. Moving the PC means unplugging 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 cameras, USB hard. Like there's a dozen devices plugged into this computer. I cannot move this. Definite hard no-go on that. And I don't think I'll be able to drive in any further. Well, I can't flip my cameras that far even. There's no light back there. So power has no locking feature. It does have this, split cable here. So no locking power connector on this side. Ideally, I guess you wouldn't be moving this side around at all. So this is just static. And then you have the regular USB 3 on the other side. Could you connect the USB-C hub to your PC? Yeah, but that doesn't really extend that far. We'll see. Maybe I can figure something out, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. We just don't have the length for that. So power. And then I hope these USB connectors are hooked up in the front. Well, I'm going to plug in the back. Just to be safe, just not to cause any issues. I will use one of the ports in the back. The front ones can be a bit unreliable because you've got a set of extra connectors in there. So yeah. One thing I'm noticing, one thing I'm thinking about right now is USB. Oh, it's working. USB 3 has a limit on how long your cable can be. And I think it was somewhere around 2 or 3 meters. This is a 4-meter cable, so it is definitely stretching that quite a bit. Yeah, so I don't think this is a USB 3 cable that is actually to spec. It does look nice and beefy, nice and thick, which should mean that it has plenty of shielding in there. But that is probably slightly out of spec. Power is external and not tethered to the PC. Yes. So, true. EVA runs on USB 2.0. Well, if it's a USB 3.0 link, it needs to be maintained at USB 3.0. And they're very adamant about pointing out that it needs to be a USB 3.0 port. So we are still at device disconnected. You can't see that because I'm in front. We're still at device disconnected. So let me try the license dongle and plug that in as well. That goes up here. And maybe we're just going to need to restart the software. Cannot find config file, please import. So I plugged in the dongle and please import config file. I assume that is one of the files in here. Superdog. Okay. Success. Okay, please restart. Oh, thank God that didn't restart my computer. Still device disconnected. Ha. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, when runs the software, if the software says device not connected, wrong USB recognition, or the scanning is stuck, please turn off the software, replug the USB port, or change to other USB 3.0 port, or use USB 3.0 hub adapter. Okay. So I'm plugged into one of the 12 USB 3 ports on this mainboard. So let's try this again with another one. So close this up, replug into a different port. So from here, and let's go to U. And I heard the scanner start back up and spin the fan back up. Yes. Device disconnected. Do we need to re-import this? Kingston, select, success, please restart. Still disconnected. Huh. Okay, we've got a different port, but yeah, get out of here. You're still disconnected. Device not connected, wrong USB. I guess I'll switch you over to the back camera and we can take a peek behind my computer for a second. So I'm stuck with some sort of cable here. Okay. So that is the back of my computer. You can go out of here for a second. That is the cameras. So these guys are all the cameras, and then I've got the mainboard I/O back here, and this is the scanner itself. So we've got 4 ports up top, 2 more ports, then the USB-C that I have the hub plugged into, and then a BIOS flash port, I assume. So I've tried this port, I've tried that port. I'm going to try this port down here. So the scanner is off right now, it's spun down. And it's spinning back up. Let's see if that helped. Drivers missing in device manager? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. So iReal, yes. Device disconnected. Okay. Start as administrator. It is already starting as administrator. Do we get, where would you be? So black magic stuff, biometric. That's the drive, that's that. Does it show up as a mouse? It does not. Ports. Oh, I mean, there's that. Scantech USB 3 machine vision camera. Okay, so it shows up as a separate device with 3 instances. M-Vision, device is working properly. So it's there, it's working. So let's just try and see if we can run this explicitly as administrator. Device disconnected. What is this message? Cannot find config file, please import. I don't know what config file you want. Can I specify this somewhere here? Nope. Okay, we're stuck. Can't even close it now. Let's try the USB hub. So we're using the one USB-C port on this main board. And we've got the hub. Where's the hub? Well, that's that. Oh, it's dongling down here. So there's the hub. And I'm just going to plug this right next to the dongle. Do we need to plug the dongle into the computer directly without the hub? I don't think so. Device manager. So it does show up through the hub. So this is connected through the USB hub now. Should get a new location. I don't know. Let's see, and let's run this explicitly on the administrator. Yes. Device disconnected. Upper right on the PDF, there is a procedure step by step. Okay, so let's check this out. Plug cable and connect it to USB 3.0, then turn on the power. Did that. Been there, done that. First plug the USB and then the power. I can unplug the power again and try that. Take the USB stick, plug it into computer, run the software, yes. Set up the computer and software according to training course. So let's see if there's anything special in training. Where is the training course? Okay. It's troubleshooting. High performance mode of computer battery, yeah, nah. Power config. Run on GPU, yeah, that's not the problem. Turn off your antivirus? Update graphics card drivers, I mean, I've done that. Okay, here we go. How to check and replace set and authorized files. Right-click Real Viewer and click Open File Location. So, Real Viewer, where's Real Viewer? I don't have Real Viewer. But I guess we can just program file scanner. Program files, is it in here? Yeah, I think I just saw it. Scanner, there it was. Scanner, iReal 3D. So this is for a different scanner. So this is for Real Viewer, but we have iReal 3D. iReal set. Okay, we've got the same folder. Copy the correct set files into iReal set folder. Okay. Shall match the 3D scanner serial number. So let's try that. Because we do have a couple of files that look like that. iReal set. Okay, so this is basically the same folder, but there's a whole bunch more files here. So let's just replace these. You close, cancel, no. Interrupted, why are you interrupted? Destination folder access denied. How do I run? Why are you denying me? You need there we go. Okay. So that's this. The set file shall match the 3D scanner serial number. I think it already imported like one of these files, but let's just make sure these are all in here. And try again. So run as admin. Ooh, the scanner just turned off. The scanner just did something. It showed, we now have blinking green. It was red. Oh, red, okay. Seems to be doing something. And we also get a firewall. Nope, we're not doing any network stuff. Device connected. That was easy enough. Okay. Phew. Wow. Okay. I can see now why they offered to do a one-on-one training session before I start this live stream. I can see why they would want to do that. Okay, but it looks like we've got this running. Not the way I'd want. Not the way I'd want to have it like on my air-gapped computer. This is running on my production machine, and I don't know how much I'm going to have to wipe after I'm done here. Since the manual does recommend turning off your antivirus to get this to work. Sounds fishy. But we got software that does something. What are you? 43% air conditioning? Disk space, okay. SD card memory 87, so I guess this is RAM, right? No. I don't know what this number is. 37.9, that's not how much RAM I have. I guess it accounts swap into it, okay. Anyway, human feature multicolor model 0.7 millimeters. So 0.7 I guess is the scanning resolution that we are set to. Let's see where our manual takes us next, because there is we're done with the troubleshooting. There is a step-by-step instruction of what we can do. Calibration. When using the software at first times, it must be calibrated and then scanned. The calibration is to calibrate the camera parameter situation requiring calibration after software. Okay. So we should do calibration first. This should be number one. Calibration. That looks like calibration. No, that's scan. That's calibrate. Auto, white balance. Okay. There's stuff happening. Is this scanning resolution? Does this slide over here? I think it might be. Press the scanner button to start calibration. So I take it this now means I grab the calibration target. This thing. Because this kind of looks like it. It has the 2 dots here and the 1 dot there, and that has 2 dots and 1 dot there. So as far as alignment goes, they want us to align the bottom of the device. I assume this matters. I have no idea, but I assume this matters. The bottom of the device should be pointing towards the 2 dots. So let's do it like that. It's like this, right? And then I press the scanner button. Ah! Okay, something happened, something changed. We're supposed to move to this next corner. This is hard because this is kind of rotated. So we're supposed to move back here, I guess. So I'm going to press again. This thing's getting heavy. Okay, so I guess move back to the center. Do I hold this? So I'm pressing stuff and it updates the 3D scene here. Oh, now it's working. Now it's doing something. Ah, okay, I have to match the positions. Okay, I guess I was too close. Ah, this is tricky. This is tricky. So as I'm scanning here, as it's pulsing the lights in my face, and I'm trying. Let me reactivate the side cam here. So you can see I'm moving around and I'm getting a real-time view. That's cool. And this is heavy with the cord pulling down on me. And I have to match the position and the alignment. Okay. This is strobing the screen, or this is strobing not the screen, but the workspace here. And it stopped. Hold the button. Ah. Nope. This way. This way. Are we? To start calibration, do I have to click play down here? What's the calibration demo video? Oh, I can hardly read that. That's so small. Adjust the scanner in live direction, overhead, left, right, back. Too fast. How can I jump back? I know how to open that box. Can I jump back, please? Yeah, I know what it's supposed to look like, but oh God, this is so hard to read. Make sure that the center of the common field of view of the 3 cameras always focuses on the center of the calibration plate. Okay. Should be located about 50 centimeters above the calibration plate. The size of the gray box represents the height of the scanning distance. Don't calibrate under strong light. Keep clear and without markers around the calibration plate. Please keep it properly after calibration because the calibration plate is fragile. That's okay. So I did this 3 times. Did the thing, held it. We didn't really get a progress bar or anything, but I assume it's done. 3D Freak says it was done. Gray card. You aren't something I can click on. So how do I get out? So I assume I'm done, but like it's not letting me out. I'm gonna try this again. There. There. Okay, so we get the progress dots in the bottom here. And then I guess I accidentally hit that. And then it stops and it's done. Okay. So how do I get out to scanning? How? Oh. No. Calibration. Did that? Okay. Scan mode selection. Let me out! Let me out! I can't click anything. So none of this responds. It just says press the scanner button to start calibration. It's not letting me out. And it's not reacting to anything. Oh, it's fully frozen. Okay. Is this calculating something in the background? Is this like processing? Okay, it looks like it's pegging one CPU core, but that's it. And it's doing something. It's moving RAM. It's doing something in the background, but it does not look like we're going to get out of this. Okay. Let's do the run as administrator again. Oh no, I do not want to go back there. So calibration, I'm just going to assume we're done. Oh, you can't click setting. I just clicked setting. That crashed it. Oh, here we go again. Animation creations, I did close it. Did have to close it because it crashed. So just a second I clicked setting and that crashed it. So I'm just going to try and click scan. Okay. Human body. I don't have a second human body that I can scan here. Colorful object scanning mode. LED off model, so I guess that is just photogrammetry. And then plus, that doesn't have a description. What does the manual say? Free setting. So that would be free setting. Somebody asked if I should scan the Voron. Who was asking that? Someone a while ago. So I'm going to try the Voron. I'm going to try and scan the Voron and see how much detail that gives me. Know the optimal scanning distance, camera brightness adjustment. Okay, we're going to figure that out in the software. Get back here. So we've got colorful object. Please finish the calibration for the first time. Okay, we don't get to scan. Can I click and scan? Ah! Okay, it says please finish the calibration, but it's letting me scan. That's cool. So we did calibration, but I'm just going to say, yeah, trying one more time is not going to change anything. So click again and it stops. That works. Okay. Whew. So calibration plate goes away. We do have shiny object to test. if we do want to scan shiny object. I brought this specifically because these are super challenging to scan. However, the manually now just told me that you can only scan stuff that is larger than 50 centimeters. So I don't know about that. Voron has cables coming out of it. Can we just start with something simpler? Can we just start with the Prusa? Can we do that? There we go. Let's just scan this guy with the filament installed and all, and let's see how far we get with this. Right, that should be a good test case. If I can maybe grab the B camera here without tearing stuff out. Okay. There we go. So that's a good view. I hope it's actually going to let me scan here. So if I press the button, beep beep, I'm a sheep. Move smoothly when scanning. So beep, I guess we're too far away now, I assume. We're too close. Okay. And we've lost. Yeah, can you see that? That's already screwed up. That is already way screwed up. Okay. Do we need to use markers? Do we need to use markers? That is the question. Scanning preview, start scanning, adjustment of light fill system, point cloud processing. I'm going to add some markers because it looks like it is doing some splicing, some alignment just by the scan data, but yeah, it's not looking like it's actually anywhere close to successful. So Nuno Fernandez is saying it's not calibrated. That could be the case that it's having some trouble too. Yeah, but calibration, it crashes. It does not finish calibration. So I'm going to put on some markers, and hopefully that's going to do something. So this is going to sit on the table. I'm going to put some on the table, just around the printer, just to give us a reference. We're not going to be moving this. And I think these markers should be a good amount of alignment already when they're just on the table, because they're not spaced consistently. So whenever it looks at these markers again, it should have a point of reference. Should be fairly good. So one up here, one up here. So I'm placing these roughly every 15 to 20 centimeters. Couple on the bed. One on the screen. Then on the side here, I'm going to put one, well, maybe not on the curved surface. There we go, one on the motor, another one on the motor, on the box, and then once we move around to the back, I guess on the extruder I can plop one as well, and one on the front. And then here, and here, and here, and here, and I guess one more up here. That should be, I mean, we've still got plenty of stickers left. I'm just going to use the entire thing. just to give us the best possible chance of success here. Now, the scanner, the iReal 2E, does allow you to scan human bodies, and it says it does have an printed parts. It does have an auto compensation feature for body movement. So I'm guessing like if this thing wobbles around a bit, it should compensate for that. It should allow for flexibility. The other thing too is if you're scanning a human, do you have to put markers on them as well? Do you have to stick them up before you can do anything too? Ow. Because I mean, these do stick to your fingers. You could sticker up people with these, but I don't think that is the intended use case. Okay. Use dice with a magnet inside covered in targets when we needed targets. Yeah, so something that you can just plop on there. That works. These go in the back here. So let's try again. Finish the scanning process. No, I want to cancel. I definitely do not want to keep this stuff. Oh, I can 3D mark and delete. Oh yeah, look at this. That is properly messed up. Can I new? Yes, please. So we've got colorful object, I guess. No light, nah. So colorful object mode. Sorry, you guys weren't seeing that. I'm sorry. So theoretically, let's get these markers out of the way as well. Theoretically, if I click, there we go. Current mark point 0. So there's some markers clearly visible. Observe the present scope of the point cloud and distance bar on the right. Okay, so this is a distance bar, not a resolution target. And you can clearly see the markers up here. You can clearly see them like very brightly lit. And then in the center, we get a 3D preview of which distance it is scanning. So the acceptable distance seems to be between 200 millimeters and 600 millimeters. And there seems to be some static noise on this thing. Interesting. Move your scanner back and forth. Okay, so do I click again to scan? Okay, we're scanning now. Mark point, none. And we've lost tracking. We're back, okay. Nope, we've lost tracking. Whee! Nope. Middle mouse button. No. Nope. 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 That ain't it, Jim. I mean, some of the stuff that it scanned looks like it. Middle mouse button, yeah. Looks like, you can see the Z axis, the Z motor mount and stuff. You can kind of make that out. You have to move slow and let it register. Yeah, I was moving as slow as possible. So let's do that again. Let me just. You can in the corner here. You can see kind of what I'm doing here. So click, you get the preview. That's good. So this is like in the. What are these red bars? Why are we getting red bars now? That's new. Click to stop. So move smoothly while scanning. I'm trying to move as smoothly as a bit of slidage. Trying to move as smoothly as I can. And it's gone. Yeah. Calibration. Let's try calibration one more time. Let's see if we can make it work. I mean, the previews look good. The camera previews look absolutely perfect. They look like, you know, like exactly what I'm expecting. But yeah, I don't know if there's too much light going on here in the studio, but I mean, this isn't any more light than regular office lighting. And the lighting in here is also, you know, all LED studio lighting. It's flicker free, so that shouldn't be impacting the scan here. I would assume that for the money, this thing has or would have some sort of accelerometer, gyroscope in it that just does a sanity check versus what you're seeing. And what we just saw, where it goes out of control and just spins the preview, that's definitely not right. So let's go into calibration here. So bottom of the scanner towards the 2 dots. I'm going to do this in a way where it's a bit more comfortable for me to hold. So calibration, let's do that again. I'm not covering any cameras. Okay. And there, okay. There, 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 and then back. So the scanner has stopped pulsing. And it's frozen. So we can play the video. We can still use the UI and stuff, and we get the 5 dots of completion. But what I would expect is that I can go in here and select new scan. Oh yeah, clicking settings crashes the software. Still the same thing. Let's try a different scan mode. So, no, I do not. That's worthless. Let's try the LED off model. So that would just be photogrammetry then. Let's try that. Let's see what that does and whether that's giving us any more success than the structured light approach. So LED off, I assume either is only structured light or is straight up photogrammetry. Let me click here. So it's purely structured light, no color. And it doesn't have any of the visible light strobing. Let's try that. So that looks good. I mean, the tracking looks good here. The tracking looks okay. Look at that. It's doing exactly what I'm doing with the scanner. So click. Click again. Move smoothly while scanning. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. 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 Drift. 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 Too much driftage. Why are you drifting? And can we do underneath? Kinda. Okay. Do you need to move closer, I guess? Can I do sideways? Oh yeah, it does do sideways. So you can really peek under there. Then let's grab the, oh, nope, 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 and it's over. Yeah, that's ruined. It was going so well. It was going so well too. Yeah, that's unusable. Can we do you want to lead? So, okay, we tried the LED off. Human body, we don't have a human body. Color object, we tried that. So let's do plus. And it's frozen. It literally crashed. Andrew, I am not keeping my finger on the trigger the entire time. I'm pressing and then it turns on. It turns on the LEDs. You can see it scanning. You can see the preview, and that then glides. So the press sequence are you press once for the preview, you press again to stop the preview, and then you press one more time to start the scan. That's what I'm getting so far. Animation creations, I will try that. I will try a different USB port. Currently, it is plugged into a USB-C hub. I can try plugging it directly into the mainboard again. I don't think it's going to change much. My capture cards, because you're asking, my capture cards are all are all PCI Express, so they're plugged directly into the mainboard as well, and they're not resource sharing with any of the USB ports. That's specifically why I have a Threadripper running here, which has plenty of PCIe lanes, so that the capture cards get a direct interface to the CPU without having to share anything with any of the USB ports. That was one of the big issues I was having a while ago with live streaming. So it just said device disconnected. What are you even? 95% full? What's full? Like, none of this was filling up. Nope. So calibration could be off. That could be the reason why it's flaking out. So bottom of the device towards that. So I'm going to try that again. I'm going to do, I've got the calibration card over here. The targets are over there, so it shouldn't see it really. So click, and it starts scanning. And then we just line that up roughly. That's the most important thing, is to have it centered on the calibration card, and then then it does calibrate itself. So it finishes scanning, and then it just it doesn't do anything. It just, I can click the button on the scanner again, and I can scan again, but it doesn't actually let me out of the scanning software. So there's dots up here. There's the video that I can play, but that's it. So at this point, I have to shut down the software. Crash at the last checkpoint. Yeah. It just freezes right there every single time. Threadripper and Horizon are known for random USB disconnects. I've not had any issues with this system as far as USB and connectivity goes. Why is the manager? That's device manager, right? Yeah. Is there a new software available? Animation creations. Let's check. Let's check. Yeah. I'm trying to give them every chance they get here. Support. Resource download. Brochures. iReal 2E. Brochure. That's not helpful. Nope. So apparently no newer version available right here. So we did the copy. I assume you have to do that, even though the instructions say like different folder and stuff, but this seems to be a new version. Running as admin. So calibration is going to crash. Free mode also crashes. What are you? Field of view on off. Feature value, min distance, max distance. Oh, you can increase the scanning distance. That's cool. More flatness percent. No idea. Okay. And that is resolution. What if you actually go up to, I assume this is resolution. This is just numbers that you can drop down. I assume this is resolution. I don't know if we increase the resolution, does it, is it going to do better tracking, better feature-based tracking? So, because someone is asking, hey, do you hold the button? So what I'm doing is one button press, starts up the scanner. Oh, what? Interesting. You can see the flashing in the main camera, but on the B camera, it's hardly visible. One button press puts the scanner into preview mode. That's just showing you which minimum and maximum distance is actually scanning. Oh, look, there's my hand, sausage fingers. It's showing you what minimum and maximum distance it's scanning. Actually, what if we, okay, let's try and increase the max distance so we get a bit more tracking. There we go, so it's showing more of the background. Maybe that's going to help with, oh, it's even scanning the skull here, kinda. Maybe that's going to help with tracking. Maybe if you don't lose it like completely in nothingness. Okay, so one button press starts this. Then another button press stops it, and we go to basically scan, prepare, and then another button press starts the actual scanning. What's that stutter? Okay, so it looks like on the, looks like the tracking's a bit better. Why are you beeping? It looks like the tracking is a bit better, but we're not getting any detail on the bed. Okay, and around here we're about to lose it again. I'm not doing anything, by the way. That's not 20 centimeters, that's like more like 40. What if we try something less complex? So erase that, one last try. So the Prusa is not going to work. I did bring a sample, well, let's put all three of these in frame. So we've got a white little cherub thing. Got a little white cherub. We've got the, what are you called? Polar Paladin has a name. We've got you as a resin print. And then we've got this goblin thing, which is, I guess, concrete or something. I've broken a part out of it. So try with the skull. The skull wasn't showing up at all. So I have low hopes with that. I'm going to leave the tracking markers around just to maybe help a bit. But yeah, so this should be something that is, I guess, really easy to scan in the end. So especially this white cherub should be not a problem at all. So delete this. The reason why I'm trying some of the more challenging surfaces, like, I mean, look, the bed shouldn't be that hard. Yeah, it's a bit reflective, but honestly, with a structured light scanner, without harsh lighting around, this shouldn't be that much of a problem. This should be possible. I could scan this with the iScan probably. But the reason why I'm trying the Prusa is because this is what they're showing off as like one of the demo models is, again, showing a car which has a highly glossy paint surface. And that is something that I know is hard for 3D scanners. So like I said, the coated bed on the Prusa should not be an issue. And I was expecting that more glossy stuff would work. So we're going to try white cherub, iReal, the polar palette printed in resin, and the gray concrete goblin. One last go here. So if I just do start scanning, it goes to scanning immediately. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's not working. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. It's not working. Like, it's not working. My disappointment is immeasurable. It looks like they've got the setup. It looks like, you know, got the calibration plate, they've got the hardware, the cameras, the projected, the structured light projectors in here. It looks like it's all there, but it's just not coming together. The software is just not handling whatever data it's getting out of the scanner. So, yeah, definitely like I said, I don't think if you just buy this thing, you get a training. I do not believe the training is included. It's an extra feature. They did offer a training. I was like, well, I would rather get the raw experience without hand holding, because, you know, if I end up being you know, trained on this thing and had hours of prep work, then it's basically the same as they giving you a demo. And that's what these streams are. Like, these streams are just the unfiltered first experience on things, and it only is unfiltered when I've not done hundreds of hours, or not hundreds, but if I've not done like 3 hours of training with them before I try these out. It might be a better result with training, but I don't know how, like, the software isn't working. So I don't know, that's gonna have to be tech support. Well, that's gonna be a tech support issue. I don't think I'm using it wrong. I don't think I'm holding it wrong. The calibration process doesn't work. The calibration process crashes every time I try to do it, or it stops and it doesn't let me out of it. And then scanning just loses its tracking, so it doesn't work. And that's all I have to say. Doesn't work. I'm going to box this back up. I'm going to ship it back to Scantech, and that's going to be the end of that story, because I just don't want to deal with it. Okay. All right. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for being here, and I'm going to head off to the couch for today. Goodbye.